Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. I am so excited to be with you all today, and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. Have you made your Kokonte flour? If yes, then let's make some Kokonte, and I have two easy ways for you to have no or less lumps. Let's get started. I'll begin by bringing some water to a boil, but the secret is not allowing the water to boil vigorously. That will help you have less lumps. Meanwhile, I have here some Kokonte flour and a sift. Yes, this is my secret. Once your water is at a boil, allow it to calm down a bit and then begin adding your Kokonte flour into the hot water while stirring quickly. Now, I find that if I pour it into it while I'm stirring, I always end up with huge lumps. But when I do it this way, I have less or no lumps at all. So if you have a sift at home, this will be your go-to. This is the traditional way of making Kokonte. Growing up, my grandma used to add it in with one hand while stirring with the other hand, or at times somebody will be adding it while another person stirs. But I find that the sift helps me out a lot because oh my goodness, without that, I do not or will not make Kokonte the traditional way. And just look at this, absolutely beautiful. As you can see, it does not have a lot of lumps at all. So at this point, you're just going to press it to the side of your pot to break up any lumps. At this point, I beat it to the side of the pot and look for any lumps. And if there are any, it will just float or come to the top and you can just pick it right off. I'll then go ahead and add some water, cover it up and bring it to a boil. Once it boils, I'll flip it over and allow it to boil for about 5 minutes and our Kokonte should be done. Now, did I tell you Kokonte is one of my favorite foods? Oh my goodness, I love my Kokonte because it's very, very lightweight, and if you are on a diet, Kokonte should be on your menu. You will love it. Okay, so once it cooked for about 5 more minutes, and I'm burning my pot by the way, but we are good. It's all good. It is ready. Beautiful. Now to keep it from drying out, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it in a food safe plastic wrap. You may use banana leaf instead. Method number 2, add your Kokonte flour to your pot. To that, add in some water, stir until it is nice and smooth. Now, I'm going to make it as light as possible because the thicker your mixture, the harder your Kokonte would be. The lighter your mixture, the softer your Kokonte will be. So I'll transfer it onto my fire and I'll begin stirring continuously until uncooked lumps begin to form just like this. We do not want these lumps to cook. That's why you want to continuously stir it, because once it cooks, you're going to end up with lumps that you won't be able to break. But because they are uncooked, by the time it's nice and thick like this, I can begin pressing it to the side of the pot to break the lumps and it'll be just perfect. So be sure you do not allow your lumps to cook. Now you may be wondering why Sweet Ajele is making such a little amount of Kokonte. That is because nobody else eats Kokonte in my house except for me. I did not start serving my kids Kokonte at an early age, so when they tasted it, they really didn't care for it because they felt like Kokonte have a taste to it where Fufu doesn't, so they stick to Fufu. But hey, once it's no longer pale, add some water, cover it up and bring it to a boil. And then I'll lower the heat and have it cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. And we are back. Our kokonte have been cooking now for about 10 minutes. I kept flipping it over every now and then. So now I'm just going to go ahead and stir until everything comes together. And then I'll begin pressing it back to the side of the pot, and then I'll again beat it to the side of the pot to check for any lumps. If there are any, I'll just pick it right out, but if there are not, then my kokonte is ready. Beat it just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up as well. And as I said, you may use any other method of wrapping. This works for me. I'm using a food safe plastic wrap. Allow it to cool down a bit, and then you can go right ahead and serve it with your favorite soup. I'm using peanut butter soup. You can use any soup of your choice. Palm okra, you name it, it goes well with it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and are inspired to try the recipe. Until I see you in the next one, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke unamini uchemi sweet mahabutu. Bye y'all.